not only is B.B. Shea filling in for Biggie all this week, he's also got an event tonight, a monster truck show event that Biggie was going to do, and it looks like B.B. Shea could be filling in there as well. Mm-hmm. What we do, and I'm convinced, I have a theory on this.
You do?
Well, I was the talent at that event for 7 years in a row. What happens is...
It's like a preview. They bring one of the big trucks out early.
It's correct.
So the kids can see it.
That's right. The Monster Truck Show goes on this weekend, and they bring one of the enormous trucks, Gravedigger.
Got to be Gravedigger.
Yeah. And they go to a convenience store and sit it out, and kids come by and take their picture with it and everything. And look, we set up right next to it. The tires are taller than I am. It's unbelievable, this truck. And I think the reason I wasn't asked back is last year, or the last time they did it, which I think was 2 years ago. I don't think they did it last year. I was out there standing about 8 to 10 feet from the monster truck, and without any warning, okay, I want that stressed, with no warning at all, they started the monster truck, and it was so loud, I threw my arms into the air and went, perpetrator, and ran across the street.
To St. Louis?
Yeah, to St. Louis, the Mexican restaurant. Shaking and shimmying. And the guy who started the truck said, he can't come back here next year. This is a monster truck.
He failed.
But I want it known, and B.B. Shea was next to me.
Yeah. Oh.
I want it known that they didn't warn us we're going to crank the truck.
They didn't say a thing.
And
St.
Louis,
you didn't have to see somebody climb up into it?
I must not have been paying attention. I was talking to him about the Astros.
Yeah.
I was talking to B.B. Shea about
that's all consuming.
The baseball cheating by the Astros.
Right.
I remember that conversation perfectly. And I was telling and he had just told me he had never seen Seinfeld, and I was aghast at that. I was like, what? And I was telling him all about Seinfeld. And they did it. They cranked the truck.
And they did.
And I said,
they cranked it.
And by the time I was done, I was standing in a buffet line at St. Louis. I mean, that's how.
It was the worst place to end up.
So the driver of Gravedigger put the word out, and they said he's not invited back.
That's right.
And you haven't been.
I have not been invited back. So this year it's Biggie, and now B.B. Shea filling in for.
Well, it's. I suppose that pending some sort of medical notification / miracle, it is possible that Biggie could rise from his sickbed.
We're hoping.
Much like Michael Jordan in that classic NBA
flu game.
Final game, the flu game.
That's right.
And Biggie will stagger over and stand next to Gravedigger.
Give me that microphone.
They'll lean him.
I wouldn't cash that check just yet, B.B. Shea. I wouldn't spend that money.
Shoves B out of the way.
You don't know the work ethic of that man like we do.
You don't know.
Yeah.
His heart.
Yeah.
It's his heart that'll get him there.
Well, you're not kidding it, Will.
Yeah. They'll lean him against the tire, put a microphone in his hand. Gravedigger.com. Get your tickets.
The monsters are in town.
Yeah. So I have been apparently no longer invited to that event.
Sorry.
Well, it's my own fault. It's my own fault that I ran screaming from the actual monster truck, that was done. We were just talking about Mexican food. Did you see this? The TSA every year comes up with the weirdest thing people try to sneak through. This reminded me of you for some reason, Dave, the way you make crazy food concoctions.
Oh, well, sometimes.
These are the weirdest things people try to sneak through TSA to get on a plane. And the one that took the win this year was from the Hobby International Airport in Texas. Somebody tried to get a meth burrito through, which is just meth wrapped in a burrito.
They got to find that.
They got it. He was carrying it in his hand. They said, we got to see your burrito. He's, what? It's a burrito.
Got to see it.
They opened it, looked at it. There's meth inside.
They don't look at everybody's burrito, do they?
Well, you'd think
the dog must have hit on it.
Yeah. I didn't think you could take food.
Through the
yeah.
Well, that's why they said.
TSA.
TSA, yeah. You have to get through.
You can take some food through.
Really? From outside in through? I thought you could take water. I didn't know you could take food.
You can't take water through, but you can. Some people have brought through every year they say these are the things you can take on a plane from Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's right. Mashed potatoes, yes.
Yeah, some things you can, some things you can't.
That's right. You're right. Well,
people bring snacks all the time.
I had an incident.
Yeah, but those are contained. They're not like a burrito.
I had a burrito incident.
But that was you bought it at the terminal.
Correct.
Yeah, that's
know this. This is when I met Biggie. Okay, I didn't know Biggie at all. We had gone separately to Las Vegas. He was with another radio group, and Chris Demm and I were in Vegas together on this show. Nice trip. We're coming back from Las Vegas, and I believe we had a stopover in Cleveland or Cincinnati.
That's right.
And I was famished. And the plane was not huge. You know, it was one of those that was this fairly short flight back from Cleveland, and the plane was like, 2 seats on one side, one on the other. And we were getting ready to get on, and they said, you'll be boarding in about the next 10 minutes. And I said, that's not going to happen. We're going to be sitting here for a while.
I'm a veteran flyer.
And there was a Qdoba sitting right there at the right in front of me,
staring at you.
And I said to Chris Demm, I'm gonna grab a burrito and eat it. I was gonna eat it in the airport. Well, as soon as I got it and was ready to, and I'd already loaded it up with Chihuahua, and
we're boarding. We're boarding now.
They called our flight, and so I get on, and the stink of this burrito. And Chris Demm was sitting beside me, and you know how his nose
on
is.
a tiny plane.
A tiny plane. And this enormous guy, who turned out to be Biggie, turned around and looked at me like I was the one causing problems. Like, what? We stared at each other, stared each other down. And I'm eating that burrito. And Chris Demm's like, you have fouled up this entire plane. It is an awful.
And you stole the Cholula sauce.
I did steal. I did. Because I like extra. Once I get halfway into it, I like to put more on.
Add more.
But I sent that back to the Kentucky airport.
They were wondering where it was.
Wasn't it? And didn't Biggie tell us years later that he thinks that both of you thought the exact same thought?
Yeah.
Simultaneously.
Yeah.
When you saw one another.
That's right.
Look at this guy.
This disgusting.
Look at this guy.
This disgusting human being.
Huge.
Yeah.
Both of you.
Who's this
Eating
asshole?
a stench burrito on a small plane.
This fat guy laying out in the aisle here. I did. We both thought the exact same thing.
And then later they were best friends.
Now you're best friends.
Now we're see how life works.
It's funny, isn't it?
Now we're best friends. Yeah. The other thing, the people tried to sneak through the airport this year. Bear spray, fireworks, a chainsaw through New Orleans, but they caught it. A chainsaw trying to come through TSA.
They can't do that.
Machetes at Reagan National.
Can you check it? Can you check a chainsaw?
I think you could check
it.
I think so too, yeah.
Why not?
I mean, you can check
anything.
rifles,
just about
pretty much
anything.
anything.
Yeah.
I mean, people do that when they go hunting.
Yeah.
So, somebody had bullets in Atlantic City in their deodorant, and they caught them on that too. It was a stick of deodorant, and down below the stick, they had bullets in them.
Are they
people
forgetful, or do you think these people are criminals?
I think the bullets in the deodorant is a criminal. Don't you think? I mean, that's trying to sneak through. Meth in a burrito, too.
Yeah.
It's criminal.
There's
That's
no
intense.
That's happened before. I've,
meth in a burrito?
Yeah, it just shows up sometimes.
Boy, you do like an edible.
Yeah.
You, you're into that. That's right. Yesterday, we talked about Novak Djokovic. Great story out of Australia. A couple of anchors caught on Hot Mic when they're getting ready for their show. You know, the controversy around him is that he's in Australia and the Australian Open is starting, and will he play or won't he play? A little bit of these two. The female anchor says it's really wrong what he's doing. He shouldn't be allowed to play. And the guy agreed, but they didn't know they were on a hot mic.
Whatever way you look at it, Novak Djokovic is a lying, sneaky
He's an asshole.
He's an asshole. Like, whatever way you look at it, it's unfortunate that everybody else stuffed up around him.
That's it. I mean, he's an asshole.
Like, to go out when you know you're COVID positive. Well, I don't think he was even COVID positive. I don't think that form is true.
You got a bullshit excuse and then fell over his own lies, which is what happens, right?
Yeah.
But I think he's going to get away with it.
Well, he is going to get away with it.
Yeah,
But he's...
I think most fair-minded people would say, look, the bloke's an arsehole. Did they do the right thing by him? I don't know.
No, I don't...
They fucked it up.
Yeah, they're on and on about it. Mm-hmm. Then they go on, of course, and have to do Good Day
I wonder
Australia.
how they feel about this being leaked.
I know. I heard that they were trying, the Australian government now, or this TV station was trying to put a stop to it, get it offline so you can't see it,
Good luck.
No way. Once it's out there, there's no way to do it.
But somebody put it out there.
Yeah, it wasn't on TV. They were just, getting their mics on and everything. And then
Unless, I don't stream news. I mean, do you think that would have been on a streaming service?
Yes, I
I
suppose
can't
that's
imagine.
possible.
But then you would have had to record it, and then
yeah,
a citizen would have put it out.
I think somebody in the TV station gets
Because you're right,
it
they were just getting their microphones
Yeah,
on and
they
taking
were-
their seats and getting their
ready,
papers in order.
just chatting, What an asshole he's gone, And I think most people agree with exactly what they're. People in Australia agree. Well, now it has come out that he went to a photo shoot December 16th and 17th. Also handed out awards at a children's event on the 17th, and they're saying now he was COVID positive at that time and knew it and went to those events. And he's blaming, he says he had taken a PCR test that same day that turned out to be positive. Serbian government records show the result came back at 8:19 on the same day. He insists he didn't, on the 16th, he insists he didn't see the information until the 17th after those events. But they say that the test came back on the 16th, and he still went to the events on the 17th.
I believe it.
I do too. He seems like he feels like he's kind of above it. You
Yeah.
know, he'll just go out and do what he wants.
Yeah.
I saw his mother yesterday on the news pleading for people to leave him alone. She said, look, he's a tennis player. He doesn't know the ways of the world. just a tennis player.
Poor Rich.
Let him play. Let him play. He's the best tennis player in
Millionaire.
the world. I think he's going to wind up playing in this event, though. It seems like the last I've heard of it was the law was on his side, and they're going to let
Even
him.
more eyes on it now.
Yeah, probably so. It probably helps the ratings of the Australian Open, and he'll be the enemy now, and he's going to win all the way to the semifinals. Are the others there? Are Nadal and Federer in?
Federer's out.
Yeah.
He's still recovering from knee surgery. I think I saw Nadal there at a press event in Australia.
If it's a Nadal-Djokovic final, that would be great for Australia.
Nadal can't beat him for some reason.
Not in lately,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, Djokovic's younger and not had any injuries, and Nadal.
I think that Medvedev is his biggest opponent now.
Yeah, he's
He beat him at the
climbing
U.S.
up.
Open.
Yeah, he's rising, isn't
Djokovic.
he? Star. There's more controversy today, too. This involves Drake. There is a rumor there that an Instagram model is going to sue Drake. This is adult. All right, I'll just warn you.
Adult?
This is an adult claim, yes. An Instagram model is claiming that she had sexual relations with Drake and that he had put hot sauce in the condom to make sure that no one could steal his
seed?
right? And because of that, she got a burning in her private parts and had to go to the hospital afterwards. And the doctor,
Yes, that's a very common cause of burning in the vagina.
He put hot sauce in it before he put it on.
Drake used
On
a
his
condom,
member.
used a condom.
Down into the condom and then rolls it on.
That's right.
I mean, it's been a while, but that's not quite how they work. I mean, you have to roll them on.
Yeah. I think that he put it in after the use,
he put it in.
and then she went and
She
grabbed
went
it.
to grab it
and impregnate herself.
to impregnate herself,
Oh.
and she injured herself because he poured hot sauce
Which
into
is a smart move for that man. I do not like him, but that's a smart move.
Is it Frank? If you're is it Frank's Red Hot? Do you know?
He really does put that S on everything.
Now that is true. That's what BB Shea is saying is exactly right. He used a condom. He went to the bathroom to throw it out. After he came out of the bathroom, he says she went in there, picked it out of the trash, tried to use it to get herself pregnant, and he had poured hot sauce into it.
I don't think she wins anything legally.
I don't either. I mean, good.
If this is exactly how it happened. I thought he put it in there for lube.
No, he can't.
It's just sick.
Extra spicy, baby.
Drake says, take your 15 minutes of fame. None of this is true. I mean, none of this happened. And he says, obviously, this is all a made-up thing by this Instagram model, and but she says she's going to sue him because she's so injured by this. But again,
I don't think
she did it. I mean,
I don't think anybody would believe her.
he can pour hot sauce on whatever he wants, throw it in the trash, right?
Nothing illegal about it.
No sympathy at all.
That wouldn't work anyway, would it? If she went and got it out of the trash and tried to make a deposit.
Are you thinking that she could still impregnate herself even with hot sauce?
No, I don't think it would work.
With just a standard used condom?
Just standard use. That's not going to...
Oh, I do.
Really?
I do. Well, I've seen shows.
I thought it already...
I've seen shows where...
Grace?
Yeah.
Sex?
But doesn't the sperm die out after it's been...
It takes a few minutes.
Once it's outside the garage, it doesn't last long.
It doesn't last long.
I think it'll last a couple of minutes. What is it? What
she's got to rush in there. And
Well,
get it.
she said it was a minute after, and he says, she's doing all the talking here. But I've seen some shows where they've gotten no, I don't remember what it was. It's something.
What show?
Somebody's gotten pregnant.
This Biggie would know.
Yeah, he would.
He'd lean on Biggie here.
Somebody's gotten pregnant by doing that. You go and you get the condom, and then you save it, use it, whatever. I think it's in that movie Gone Girl, where she has. I want to say.
Did she do that in that movie?
Well, she was pregnant at the end, and I think she saved the condom and did that. I think. I could be wrong about that. Anyway, it's been portrayed on screen before. Has to be within a minute or two.
Don't you have to? I mean, we've heard of people, inseminating themselves, but you have to have apparatus. You can't just
Yeah, oh yeah, you can't.
Sound like
You
a
can't
freeze
just
pop.
drip it in. Hey, come on. There's a lot to do there. I mean,
It's not a fruit roll up. I mean, you've got to.
Right.
You can't just put it right there.
No,
It's
he's
gotta-
right.
that's not like a tube of toothpaste.
He's right about
Yeah, it's got
that.
to go all the way up the exit ramp.
I agree. He's right about it.
Girl's dumb.
Anonymous, you're talking about using a condom now to trap a man and impregnate yourself. Go ahead.
Yes, I actually went to high school with a girl who did that. The relationship was kind of on the rocks, and she was trying to trap him. And she was only 15 at the time, and she impregnated herself from turning the condom inside out and impregnating herself.
And it worked.
It worked, yes. She has a 12-year-old now.
Oh my gosh!
Oh,
and
wow.
he's the father. And when she told him I'm pregnant, did he say how? We used a condom every time, and that's how it came out.
Yep, exactly. He said, "There's no way I used a condom. I had protection." And she said, "Well, I turned it inside out."
Whoa!
And
Whoa!
yeah,
Man.
he has nothing to do with the child, but
He doesn't.
Hate it for the kid.
Yeah, terrible for the kid.
When you want to test to see if it was your kid and she didn't go somewhere else to get her, goods.
So they did.
Yeah, of course they did.
Like, he demanded it, and because he didn't believe it, he said, "I used protection. There's no way."
Man.
And evidently, yeah.
Not to get all junior high sex ed. Condoms are not 100%
No,
effective.
that's right.
I mean, there have been.
What is it, like 91%?
I don't know. I forget the
Well,
number.
it can break, of
Yeah.
course.
That's
Like
true.
91, 92%.
Right.
Yeah.
But she admitted she did that. She rolled it inside out.
Yes.
Dang. Oh, crushing, man. Oh, that would just kill you.
I hope she's happy.
Man, yeah. I hate it, like Chris Dempsey, for the kid.
Yeah.
If I was the guy, I'd still be stand up for the kid, Yeah. I'd be there for the kid, yeah. I think so. Don't you think? You have to be.
Would you give her all of her birthday clothes and new outfits inside out? When she opens the box. It's a new hoodie. It's inside out.
Every day's inside out day. You think the kid skips the day at school when they have inside out day and they're supposed to wear their clothes? That's pretty underhanded.
A little too on the nose.
Oh, man. Underhanded. Yes. That is
if it
wrong.
if it wasn't something else and it broke along the way.
Well, she admitted.
I know,
Paul said
that's
she
crooked,
admitted.
man.
That is as wrong as
Crooked.
it gets, man. You know what you have to do? You have to take you have to do what he did.
Hot sauce it.
Fill it full of
Texas Pete.
Cholula sauce, Cholula or Texas Pete.
Tabasco.
Yeah, whatever. But or throw it away immediately. I mean, throw it down the toilet.
Well,
You
they're not
could.
supposed to go in the toilet, right?
Yeah, but desperate times. I mean, if you don't trust them,
It is
flush
not,
it.
We had a call one time about a guy who used to take his girlfriend home, and they would skip school every day, and he flushed every condom down the toilet, and the sewage, the septic tank backed up, and the plumber went out there and said, "Well, here's your problem. There's 600 condoms in here."
You want to explain this?
That's right.
Even Drake doesn't flush them.
I know, really.